backside setup. Good job coming over defensively by Harrison, and the Friars pounce. First goal of the game, a rocket from the outside. Medfield quickly becoming a power. In New England Lacrosse, Asaraf charges left side, scores. He popped it over the shoulder. For the Friars is Leahy, cuts middle, steps, fires, and scores. Against BU, 2 for 3 in the man up. Inside, quick shot to score. Beautiful setup as Kearns facilitates the goal. Scoring chance feeds Hatzapetrakos. Fires cross-side, Kearns rips and scores. 10-man ride that these Panthers will put on length of the field. PC does an excellent job breaking it. Now has a chance down low with Goltz, and he fires and scores. Just coming on to retrieve it is Ryan Naraki, the talented freshman. Cut to the middle, Hatzapetrakos, and he sneaks it home. Quarter 3. In the second, Alex George with the victory, streaks down the middle of the field, fires and scores. They'll spread it out and start it again. Clockwise, reversal, near side, cross, skip to the far side. Leahy bounces it home. Running across the top of the offensive box, feeds it to Procopio, a trailer. He's got room into the box, middle of the field, step down, scores. From the defender for a moment, still slowed it down. His teammates weren't where he wanted. Spin move, crease roll, shot, score. Goltz, his second of the game. Nothing outscoring High Point here in this third quarter. With possession, Hatzapetrakos runs away from the defender and goes 5-hole for his fourth of the game. He was able to deter him just enough in Tanner Landstrom. That PC gets it back with possession. Kearns fires middle and scores. He makes a move to get past Capetto, feeds it up top. Trotner way out of his net, gambling. Hatzapetrakos runs by him and bounces it home for his fifth of the game. He was able to knock it free, but he couldn't possess it. Hatzapetrakos does, skips it up top. Leahy fires, scores. Hat trick for the freshman. And the pivot through Naraki to Keenan Asraf. He'll spin counterclockwise, then back clockwise, then fires on the run and scores. How about that? Who's going to ride it out behind the cage? Meeks will have it, and he will be celebrated as the Friars are victorious. 17-8 is the final score. What an afternoon by Nick Hatzapetrakos, the sophomore with a career day, 5 goals. Well, a warm reception from Friar fans on a freezing cold afternoon, and an offensive explosion for the Friars men's lacrosse team as they knock off High Point in non-conference play 17-8. Chris Farmer, here on Friars.com. So glad to have you with us, joined by Friars head coach Chris Gabrielli. Coach, you played an outstanding goaltender today who had a near career high in saves. You're facing these conditions, but your offense hasn't looked better. What was the key?
The key was Alex George in the face-off game. The very first face-off of the game, he goes down and almost scores a goal and sort of set the tone there. And he was dominant at the face-off X. You know, we haven't really had that dominance there. So it gave us the extra possessions. It allowed us to do some things in early offense, create some unsettled situations, which I think got the guys comfortable. So I thought he was the difference there.
Not just today, but all season long, he has really progressed from a guy who last year was in a rotation of X guys to the guy.
Yeah, you know, last year he had a few games where he really stood out, and you know he was a freshman. You know, he's feeling it out, and you know we have high expectations for our young guys. We try not to classify them by their age, and you know, but the truth is, you know, experience helps, and he's coming along. And that experience is helping him.
That's on the offensive side of things, but defensively and through the midfield defensively, an outstanding performance today, causing 20 turnovers, 11 that you'll get credit for, but the unforced errors there as well. And the clear game was tough for High Point today.
Yeah, we've been consistent in that area. We're getting the ball to the ground and getting upfield, you know, through the athleticism and ground ball efforts of our defensive guys. And getting it up and out. I was really proud of how we handled their 10-man ride today. That's something we've seen throughout this season, so we feel pretty good about our plan there, and the boys executed almost flawlessly there.
2 guys with player of the week type caliber games today. My last question for you is talk about the progression of Nick Hatzapetrakos and how today he just took this game over.
Really happy for Nick. An 8-point performance is just tremendous. You know, he was a force out there. You know, when he had opportunities to dodge and score, he was fearless. And, you know, he was on the tail end of some unsettled situations resulting from, you know, their 10-man ride and also the face-off game. but he had a spectacular performance shooting. We were really hard on the guys about our shooting discipline after our last game, and it was much better today.
Couple on the road now, Coach. We'll catch up with you again when you return against Drexel at the end of the month. Congratulations. Excellent win today.
Thank you. Thanks.
Friars head coach Chris Gabrielli, after a 17-8 win, the all-time series now even with the High Point Panthers, a victory apiece.